Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Right, I'm just what am I doing? I'm just dropping the replay link in before I forget, because I forget to do that. So we're going to have a bit of a weird session today, I think, unfortunately.
Hello, hello.
How do people get on so fast?
The waiting. Right, I'm just they're waiting for me, Alistair.
Honestly, it must be fastest fingers first.
When I talk, the world listens.
That's right.
Pardon?
When I talk, the world listens. Right, I've just got to add this. So you can get on, Paul, if you want. So it might be a bit weird today because we were having a few issues with this with this super exit manager. So just give me a second and I'll explain. Where's replays? Session recordings. Okay, here we go. Monday, 28th. Where's this month gone? Okay, so I'm guessing we need to talk about this super trend exit manager and try and work out why it's not working. So let me tell you the story. So I got it on Saturday night and went ahead and installed the indicator and the exit manager. And this morning I knew I had to get it out so everybody could test it. So I copied the file and I made the folder that you need called Market, and I dropped it on and I've put it on 2 MT4s and it works brilliantly. So I recorded the video showing me how I installed it on one. That's why I've got it on 2. Put it in the group and people are coming back saying it doesn't work. So I'm scratching my head. So then I remembered the first time I installed it from the MQL marketplace. So David Eisenhoff has tried that and it works on one, right, David? But not on the others that you've added it to since. Is that right?
Yeah, correct. It works on the downloaded one, but not the one you've got.
So I'm confused. If I'm honest with you, I'm confused. So what do you want to do? If I send you the file again, do you want to try, should we try all install it together now, or should we just go and do what we normally do?
Paul, always with software, you know, I mean, I know you're trying to do the best for us all, and David and other people, but software is software. It maybe needs a day or two just trying to sort it out. Let's not rush.
Yeah, but I know
we've had it, you know, we haven't had it for so long. I mean, let's not rush and get it.
Paul, how many versions have you had of it?
Well, I've only used that. I took that file direct from my. So only one version, basically. Oh, do you mean not the exit manager, the actual indicator? It's the indicator that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah. How many? Presumably he's passworded that, has he? For us.
No, it's okay. So let's share screen. Let me show you. Okay, so
it's no different to the downloaded version.
No different at all.
Apart from you change the name.
No, I didn't change the name.
It's got. That's kind of what that's the message I sent you back. You put underscores in instead of spaces, didn't you?
Nope. Right, so this is what we're going to do, guys. We'll take 5 minutes doing this, and then we'll go and we'll trade. So the link is now inside Discord, right? And if you're a paid member, you can see indicator and trade manager, and it's exit manager super trend. Step 1, go create a folder called Market. That's the actual super trend file. So I'm going to have to redo this section in a minute, but I've put that's actually, because you have to create that. I'll tell you what, this needs to be the pinned one. That sorts out the order. I'll redo the whole thing, right? So anyway, so this is that. And what happens is, let me log out. So this is exactly what happens, right? So if anybody wants to follow along, feel
Are
free
you
and we'll see if it works.
Are you using MQL5, Paul, instead of 4?
No, you'll see. MQL5 is the website, look.
Right, okay.
Okay, it's not the software. So I'll click that link again. And it opens up this super trend. And I want to put this on my MT4. So I click download. And it will ask you to register. So I'll use a different email. Oh, I've done what? Okay, so it's Paul Turner 1 is my username. Email turnerofficial@gmail.com. Register. Password has been sent to paulturnerofficial@gmail.com. Is anybody following along?
Yep.
Right. Everybody happy for me to move on, or have you got that?
Move on.
So you log into the MQL5.
Yeah, asking you to register.
Yeah.
So it's asked me to register, and apparently I should get an email. I think I already used that before, probably, because I've already got a password in there. Can anyone name the TV program?
I'll do it. I'll do it after when you finish this session. I don't want to miss anything.
TV program is the A-Team. It was when they used to run scams. So this is the email you get. So it says activate account. It's giving me that password. Look. Activate account.
Can I just check you are recording this, Paul?
Yes, it's going on YouTube. Yeah, and it's already in the replay section of the Discord. Right, so I registered. It sent me an email with my password, and now there's my username and there's my password. So I log in. Now I should be able to install my software, right? So I'll save that. And I should be able to find it from here, Supertrend, if I search for it, or I can click the link again because I'm logged in now, right? So the thing is I'm logged in. And I don't want to search for all those, so I'll just click the link again. And the link is in here. So I've clicked it once to register, and when I've registered, it's taken me off. I'm clicking it again now, but I'm logged in, importantly, okay? So I'm going to click download again. Have you installed MetaTrader 4? MetaTrader 4 is required for installing. Well, yeah, I have MetaTrader 4, so I click yes. So it opens AvaTrade. I've got a demo account with AvaTrade, so it's opened that for me. And then I get market, Supertrend, NRP, so I get that. So we're on. Okay.
The thing is, Paul, I think you've got to determine you need to get AvaTrade as a broker first, though. Yeah.
Well, I've got
It's not broker specific.
Yeah, it's not broke. It shouldn't be broken. Well, I've got about 4 or 5 MT4s on my computer, and it always opens up AvaTrade, right?
Well, as you know, when we tried, I didn't have AvaTrade and it didn't work.
So first things first, whatever one it opens up for you is whatever one it opens up for you. Does this work? Drag it on. Yes, it works. Right, and you can change your colours and everything if you would rather have blue.
David, do you get an expert advisor error on the tab at the bottom in MT4?
No. What happens is it opens another broker that I have used, and market. This market doesn't come up on the in the indicator list. So I'm guessing that you need to have AvaTrade as a broker demo before you can do anything else.
No, it's nothing to do with AvaTrade.
No, it's nothing to do with broker.
Okay. Well, I didn't get that. I didn't get any of that.
But the MT4 that you're opening it on isn't connected. There's no connection.
That's right. Yeah.
So you might need to get rid of that account. Right. So then what I did, guys, you see it works on here fine. So what I did then is I went File, Open Data Folder. Sorry, yeah, there we go. MQR4. And I went into my indicators, double click. And there is my market folder. So I copied that. Copy. Let me just see. So, all right, that is different, isn't it? Because that mine's got underscores, like you say.
Yep. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, save as. No, I'll copy it, and I shall drop it in. Where can I put it? Where I know where it is. If I put it in documents, there it is. Look,
Yeah, it's got underscores.
paste.
I've got an idea that I think might make it simpler. Could
Hang
you
on.
then save that as a template?
No.
No, it wouldn't work.
It needs the stuff from the marketplace, I think, and I think that's the problem, guys.
No.
So if I now go to Discord and I replace that file, I wonder if it's that then.
I'll try it now while you're on.
Can I add a file to that now? Copy. So if I put that in there, upload a file, documents. I don't know why it put the underscores in there. So it's that one. Oh, see, let's put the underscores in.
Just a thought, would it do it if you put it into our Facebook one instead? It might be Discord making you do that.
Maybe. Open data folder. There'll be another way of getting the file if it is that. Oh, what am I doing? It's not next person indicator.
Doesn't work if you take the spaces out. Sorry, the underscores.
It doesn't.
No.
It's obviously a marketing thing to get everybody using AvaTrade. Because
No, David. If I didn't have AvaTrade on my computer, it wouldn't open AvaTrade. It would open something else. It's nothing to do with AvaTrade.
sorry, yeah.
Right. It's just because I've got AvaTrade on and it's the first one it finds. I'll have to speak to the programmer guys because there must be. He said, oh, we'll have to get everybody to, to download it and teach them how to do it. Well, it's really straightforward, as you can see. It just doesn't bloody work. There'll be a way around it, obviously, because you've got to be able to use it. I'll just ask the programmer. So I'm sorry, guys. It works here for me. I can drag it on anything.
Yeah, I've tried it on 8cap and also on FXCM, and neither will allow me.
Right, hang on, let's do this. Downloads, Supertrend. Right click. Copy. What was I in? It was this one, wasn't it? Paste. Replace the file. Yeah, so I haven't got the spaces in. So if I go to drag it on a blank chart, oh, sorry, it is on there already, but look, fine. What's going on, guys? Because it's stored on AvaTrade. So I need to get that file to you. How can I get that file to you? Google Drive? Google Drive. You can load this up for us, Cough, can't you?
On how there's no way to hold the door open, and it's a very, very
Did it in documents.
Paul,
Neither-
I'd talk to the program and see if it, when you do the install from the web page while
Mhm.
logged in, I wonder whether it's actually installs more than one file.
It probably does, but it's obviously something that's common to all MT4s.
Just wondering whether it puts something in the other directories, like a DLL or something.
Copy link. Done. Right. Can you try that off, please? Oh,
Sorry, where did you send it?
sending it now. So, guys, you know, if you lose access to everything, you just need to verify. I went over it as clearly as I could.
No.
Again. Discord. The only way we can keep like this to people that want to be with us that are part of IM is to, you know, reset passwords and stuff every month. So you get 31 days access. So when the end of 31 days, you get taken out of Discord automatically, it's done. And you need to verify again, and we add you for another 31 days. You just send a screen grab of your back office. That's the third person today. Oh, I've lost everything. And it's like, I know we've got to get it into the ether so everybody knows. But you know, just try and remember, if you get cut off, just verify again. We get to it. David, the Hoff does a lot of that for us, so we get to it very quick. Right, so while the Hoff sorts that, what are we on here? Euro USD. Let me show you on Osprey. Both of the trades that I've got closed out here in the account history. No, there's only one. No. Account history. Why isn't it showing everything in account history? 10K. Osprey. It must be on Ava. Sorry. I'll show you on Osprey. We'll do a trade. I'll show you on Osprey. So that is, I'm on the 1 minute time frame, and this is red, isn't it? So if I get in for a sell now on Euro USD, hopefully while we're on the call, the position, the direction will change, and that will turn blue, right? So when that turns blue, it should close the trade for us automatically. It's worked successfully, the program has tested it, and it's worked for me 4 times now, absolutely fine. And twice I've actually seen it do it. Twice it happened when I was out the room. Now, it changes. It will close the trade when super trend changes color. So I've had some losses because, right, I didn't care about it. I just wanted to make sure if it changed. So as soon as that goes from red to blue, it will close out the Euro USD trades for me. And it's it works on the windows. Okay. So this window is Euro USD. It shouldn't touch the GBP USD, although I've got a GBP USD trade running in a separate window. Look. Or did I, except I took it off when I was showing somebody else something earlier. So maybe that will change while we're on the call, the Euro USD one, right? If that suddenly goes to a buy, a blue line, a blue super trend, that trade should close. Okay.
Yeah. You're not using the trade manager then, you're using this to.
Right. So let's talk about that. Good question.
Didn't work for me, Paul.
Why does it work for me? What have I got that's special?
You're special, Paul.
Yeah, anyway, so I'll speak to the programmer as soon as I finish this session, right? So let's talk this. So if I use what do I use a lot? Time frame on my trading view, guys.
5 minutes and 2 minutes.
Predominantly I'm on the 2 minute time frame, right? So if I look now, my super trend is red, isn't it? If I put my PSARs on, they are above on the 2 minute, but there's no guarantee if I go to the 5 minute that my PSARs will be above. They are, as it happens, and there's no guarantee that my super trend will be red on a higher time frame, is there?
No.
So for example, on the 15 minute time frame, my super trend is still blue. So let's suppose I want to enter on the 2 minute to get a really good entry, but I'm really expecting this trade to drop quite a long way, and I want to use the 15 minute to catch some more pips. When I use the trade manager, the options are all here for me laid out, aren't they? Do I want to get out? Do I want an auto break even at 1%? So yeah, 1% automatically put me into break even. Do I want to get out on the PSARs or the wave? The wave is a good option, but again, the super trend, the wave, the PSARs on a higher time frame might not match what I get in on. I tried all sorts of ways of trying to get around it, and it just got really complicated, right? So what I thought the easiest thing to do would be, if I use the trade manager to get me into the trade, let me try putting, I'll try putting super exit on here. So I could use the trade manager to get me into the trade, but then I could drag the exit manager on to get me out of the trade when things line up for me the way I want them to be. So let me walk you through a real life example then. Trying to think if I can actually make this work. Just bear with me a second. Right, I'm going to try adding the exit manager to this and see what happens. So I go File, Open Data Folder. It's opened, right, MQL4. Then it's
Indicators.
indicators. Thank you. And then I've already got market in there. Oh no, sorry. I'm doing the exit manager. I'm doing the exit manager this time, aren't I? So I need to get my exit manager, which is in this. For me, the indicator works. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. All right. So anyway, so I come here and I want to download the super exit November, December. Click download. I'm going to save as, and I'm going to put it in downloads. I've already got it in there. Look. So once you got it, once you've saved it somewhere, I can copy that. So I saved it. I'm not going to save it this time. We've already got it in there. Save it, then you copy it. Then when I come to here, should open. So this now goes into experts, MQL4, experts, right click, paste. Why haven't I got the paste option? It's going to be one of those days, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's a Monday.
Experts, right click, paste. There we go. Close that, close that. Now, in here, if I go to my expert advisors and I right click and click refresh, I should see super exit November, December. So I've used trade manager to get me in, and it works out my lot size and I use the straightforward Forex indicator to know where to put my stop loss, how much I want to risk, is all dealt with by the trade manager. The trade manager's done its job to get me in, and I can use it to get me out if everything lines up, right?
That's a huge lot size, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's not the one that I used. It's just because I've already used it, so now it's trying to adjust as the price has moved.
Okay.
But, you know, man like me, man of my means, that's probably a small lot size, Malcolm. What do you mean?
I know. Well, that's why I said it's a big one.
So now the trade manager's done its job, and I can drag on my exit manager. Put my password in, first. Okay. Decide what settings I want, and I'm probably going to change the default on that to 3, by the way. But you can change it to whatever you want. I'm also looking at 1. Okay, so I'll get that finalized today. But you click OK. Now it should. Super exit is working. I would, to be safe, if that is still showing on your screen, so I thought it would take it off. You go to Expert Advisors. Actually, I'm going to have to do this now. That's still on my screen. Why is that still on my screen as well? It is going to be one of those days. Probably because it's been on my screen for donkey's years.
Then you have to remove it on the left-hand side in the navigator.
Well, what I was expecting to happen, Malcolm, was this. Let's see if it does it on this one. Because it said, do I want to remove it?
Yeah.
And that's removed it. That's what I was expecting.
Mm.
So that's just a glitch, because I haven't probably turned this off for about 6 months. All right. So when you drag the exit manager on, it should close down the trade manager like it's just done there, and you get a little happy smiley face up there. Not that it's very easy to see on this one, because I've got all my grids and everything. Take the grid off. Yeah, you still can't see it very well on IC Markets for some reason. So that's the best I can do for now. I'll have to speak to the programmer. I'll re-record all the videos again. Waste of a day. But there we go.
Well done, Paul.
It works for me.
Good. Yeah, I know.
So let's message the programmer now so I don't forget.
Is this
So
the
what-
same one that did the other one? Was he different?
No, different guy. He's disappeared. He had an operation. He was taking a couple of weeks off to recover, and he didn't come back. So prayers being sent there, I think. Right. All right. Nobody can.
It down chat.
Nobody can install this. Install. That's not this actually. Well, his bit is right. Nobody can install the indicator.
There's a screenshot of the error in leaders chat if you want it.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. So nobody can install the indicator. We download from MQL4, MQL5.com. As instructed, but it only opens one MT4. Many others have several. How do we make it work on all our MT4s, or select which one it installs to?
And I can't even get to properties, Paul. So it's doesn't do anything as soon as it's installed.
We can't even get to properties. The thing is, if he asks me, I can. So for me, it all works, as you've seen.
Paul, by any chance have you paid the guy on Fiverr just to do this for one person, or
No,
is
he's built the exit manager. So the exit manager talks to the indicator. The indicator is free on the database, so it shouldn't stop you installing the indicator at all. So I don't get what's wrong. I can't work it out. It doesn't make any sense to me, so we'll let him do it.
well, in that case, apart from the fact that Chris wants to know who your bird is there on the screen, Congratulations, you have 100% record of making us all fail, like you were telling us on your video this
Yeah, I
morning.
wanted you all to fail because that's how you learn. So I'm learning a lot here. That's Janice Page. She was in an episode of Columbo yesterday. It just came up in my feed because I'm a big Columbo fan. Look.
Okay, thank you.
That's who she is. She plays Goldie in Blueprint for Murder. Okay. Right. Halfway did you send that screen grab? Sorry, up here. There you go.
It's in Ninja Leaders.
Oh, in the levers, sorry. Is it that? Ah, okay. Copy. Error message here. Thanks off. Right. So you see the promise. I got into this trade today. I over leveraged, not over leveraged, but my lot size was a little bit bigger probably than it should be. So I got into this trade and I got out, I put it in the results. I got out about 1% officially, 1%. It was a little bit more because I upped my lot size a little bit, right? And I got out and I'm very happy with myself. If I'd had the super exit manager running, I'd still be in the trade now. And I would have had a 5.6% because the super trend is still blue on the 15-minute time frame. On the 5-minute time frame, it would have closed me out when the super trend changed, which is this candle here. So assuming it closed me out at the top, the bottom of that candle, worst case, that would be a 1 risk to a 6.98 reward. So now do you all see why I want to get this working for you all?
Yes.
Because I would happily walked away and left that to do its thing. So, and also Malcolm, I use Trade Manager to get me in on the 2-minute. Now, as it happens, super trend didn't change until probably I would have got a bit more on the 2-minute time frame. Okay. Yeah, 1 to 9 potentially, maybe. Okay, but you'll often see if you look on a smaller time frame, blue, red, blue, red.
Mm.
If you look on a higher time frame, it's
Yeah.
mostly blue.
Just the enemy.
Consolidation. And if you look on a higher time frame, it was all red, right? So go into a bigger time frame for exit, avoid you kind of getting caught out on those little up and down moves, the little retraces and stuff. So either way, I'm happy with 1 to 2. I actually took nearly 2% out of that trade. Like I say, I did up my lot size a little bit. So I'm happy with a 1% on, on the size account I'm trading. I'm happy with the 2%. However, why not? If it's there and it's effortless, why would you not want to go and get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10%? The only problem I got at the minute is the installation. That will be sorted hopefully today. And I'm sorry, guys. You see, from my end, you've seen it all works for me. So I had no idea it wouldn't work for you. I thought we'd let you all try it, but.
No worries, Paul. If it had worked perfectly the first time, that would have been a immaculate conception.
Well, yeah, but usually it's not our first rodeo. I'm used to getting problems, but yeah, I didn't see a problem with that. So.
Well, you know what we say in Tennessee is you still got a few lumps in your batter there. You got to work the lumps out of your batter.
In my batter. Sounds good. Right. So how long have we got? Has anybody got any questions that you'd like me to answer today? Anything you want to go over, or should we just look at trades?
Oh, just very quickly, when you went into the MQL 5.com and registered and did all that, and then you just go back into it, you just leave that running, do you?
Leave it running. I'm not with you. It's just a web page, so I'll just leave it up. Yeah.
Which does that allow you, because you're in MQL 5, to get into the MQL 4?
Yeah. Okay. That's just what the website's called, guys. Don't get caught up on that. You can get there's MQL 5 is the programming language, and I think that's just the latest version of it.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with MetaTrader 5. It's the programming language. It's nothing to do with the MetaTrader.
Okay.
So don't go down a rabbit hole, with that. Right, let's see what's on the scanner and let's see if we can find a potential trade. I'm also going to talk you through a couple of things as well, maybe see how we do with moving averages. Again, a lot of this guy's the Hoff, right? He's put a lot of work. Kevin, obviously, for the actual indicator, but the Hoff has done a lot of work testing for us and trying it with different things. So I always give them a shout out. It's that all of this success that people are having with it is as much to the Hoff for all the testing he's done and sharing bits with me when he should be working. He's doing this instead. So GBP CAD, what do we think?
Price is up.
I'm going to go on to AvaTrade, right? Just because it takes off Manny Canonis's notes, right? So I'll change my price feed up here to AvaTrade. So D at the top, price should
Drop.
So we're expecting that price to come down for a sell. What crucial step haven't I done? Who can tell me?
Check for the 80. It's 80 pips.
Well, I think that's going to be way more than 80 pips.
Check the news.
Yeah, thank you guys. See, so I just will do my FX book. Go to my FX book. It's funny because when people ask me what I do and I say, oh, I trade and all that, they go, wow, you must be really up on the news. They always say it. I am not at all up on the news.
Paul, just while you're doing that, so when you click on that 1 hour scan, it comes up 30 minute time frame.
Oh, it has. That's interesting.
They're doing it a lot.
Okay. The reason I haven't noticed is because I don't give a damn.
Well,
But it is weird. I'll let Brandon know, and he can let. I'm sure they know. I'm sure they know. To be fair, it's weird. I don't see why it would do that. It's the same thing because I'm going to get in on probably the 5 minute anyway. But right, so news, myfxbook.com, and you click the economic calendar, so I can see if I scroll down to my shaded bit that we've got some Euro news in 21 minutes from now at 2 o'clock UK. I'm not worried about these. When they're individual countries, I'm not usually that fussed. Which one's that? France, of course. Oh, look, black, not blue. This one, though, is the whole of the European Union, and it's medium intensity. So I might need to be a little bit careful with that because that makes things volatile. Okay, but it's not red flag. It's not major, major, major. And then there's nothing till 3:30, and there's nothing that's kind of just happened really other than Canadian dollar. So if we're looking at GBP CAD, Canadian dollar has just had some news, but it doesn't seem to have affected much. Maybe it's made it drop. So overall, sell. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking great stuff. GBP CAD, sell. So get it on my chart. And if I had been watching earlier, red, 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 the Trinity. A red down zone with a red wave down, and then if you want to wait for it, the super trend. The super trend is an extra confirmation. Okay, red is what most of the testing was done on. If you want to be a little bit better, you'll get a bit better win rate. Wait for the super trend. So I'm on the 2 minute here. I'm expecting the price to go down. Short position. Get in on the candle either after the wave down, but if I'm following the super trend, that's still blue there, so I won't use that candle. It would be this one. So I'd get in on the candle after. Where would I put my stop loss? Option 1, that bear candle there, 15 pips. Option 2, the wave down candle, 11 pips. Option 3, the top of that bear candle. No, I can't use that bear candle. It won't let me do that now. Short position. So yeah, so wait for my super trend. I get in there. So it's option 1, that bear candle. Option 2, the wave down candle. Option 3, that bear candle. 1, 2, or 3, 8 pips. What would you take?
8 pips.
You take the 8 pips. Anybody else got a differing opinion? I know it's easy to say when you can see the trade didn't break. Put it in chat. Who says 1? Just put number 1.
Stay until the wave changes. Or even further, stay until the super trend changes.
So you get in on that one.
Yeah, maybe the wick just for a bit of extra space. I mean, it doesn't have to be.
So the Hoff's number 3.
I'm option 2, Paul.
Around
Your
5
option
pips.
2, the wave down. So we only got Barry who's answered option 3. Thank you, Barry. The Hoff's answered. Peter's answered. The rest of you, is that because you're confused and you don't know, or you don't want to speak to me? You're just rude.
Confused.
Confused.
I'd go for 3.
You go for 3. So the
I'll go
rest
for
of you
2.
are rude.
2 for me.
2 for you. Clive, 1. Come on, if you haven't answered yet, all I'm asking you to do is put a number in a chat box. I've spent hours trying to get this working, and you can't put a number in a chat box.
I was looking at some charts. What were the options again?
Number 1, stop loss would be on that bear candle. Option 2, the wave down. Or option 3, the nearest bear candle to my entry, which is there. 1, 2, 3. And if you're confused, you can put C. Richard's 2, 3, 3. Okay. You're all right. Because this is just guidance. It's up to you where you want to put your stop loss. However, if I was to get in here, just ignoring super trend, right? If I was to get in there, I would definitely use that one, but I'd be into the trade earlier. If I'm going to get into the trade over here, right, based on my super trend change, I would use the nearest bear. So I would use number 1, but I would have been into the trade down zone and a wave down. So you could get in on that candle. You'd get in on the candle after that one. So it's there. So I'd be on a candle sooner. In that case, if I use the wave down, that's only 3 pips. That's too tight because spread will take you out. So I would use that one there. So if I was just got in using the wave, I've got a potential 1 to 4. If I wait for the super trend, which is a safer trade, I've got a 1 to 2.9. Okay. So it might depend on your entry, which one you take. I like at least 5 pips for a stop loss, but they are all valid stop losses. If I just get rid of these because they're all confused. If I was to get in with my super trend, it'd be that candle, right? And if I just go down to kind of where it went down to, if I use that one, it's a 1 to 2.77. If I use that one, it's a 1 to 2, spot on. And if I use that one, we're currently 1.44. Does each of them give you at least 1%? Yes. So they're all good. They're all fine. It depends on how aggressive you are, how you feel about the chart. Do you like trading Euro GBP CAD in this case? You know, somebody said they find the scans not as good, whereas other people find them brilliant, and that might just be maybe getting on the 5-minute rather than the 2-minute. But all I do is I let, this is my assistant. This is going, Paul, you might want to check out GBP CAD. Oh, okay, cheers, thanks. Why? What do you expect it to do? We think you're probably at a good point for it to drop. And as you can see, I'm on the 2-minute here and it did. if we come to the 5 minute, the 2 minute doesn't have that much in common with the 30 minute, does it? It's quite a way apart.
Yeah.
So you might want to do it on the 5 minute or even the 15. We used to do the 15 minute from the 1 hour scans. 1 hour scan drops 15 minute. But again, if I got in on the 5 minute down zone, again, it depends how aggressive you are. I like the 2 minute. Down zone, red, red, super trend, wave down, red. If you wait for the 5 minute though, look, you get in there, put your stop loss, 9 pips on the wave down. So that would be my stop loss on the wave down, rather than the bear up there. And actually, did it do 1%? Yes, it did. Just questionable if it closed you out or not, I guess. But it should officially, if you got in, sorry, what did I say? Getting on the candle after. Well, I know that candle went up actually. I'll tell a lie. Let's do it right. There you go. That'll be my stop loss. I'm waiting for that to come down to there to officially do 1%, depending on when you get in. But I'm waiting for that to come down to there. Super trend still red. I'll let it go. Just let it run. Worst that can happen if I use my trade manager is I lose maybe 1%.
The super trend's going down, Paul, but also the purple, your purple sort of wave is been getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah. So it all looks good. It all looks good, except it's struggling to break that area, isn't it?
Hmm.
So what could be happening? Consolidation might be building. It might come up to there again, then come down to here again, and then come up to there again. The banks build some money up. So who would like maybe a potential safer way to get in? It's another thing. And especially if you know, I'm loath to share it, but some of you may love it. Would somebody like another option?
Yes.
Right. So the Hoff found this 3MA cross. You go to indicators and you search for 3MA cross, right? 3MA. If you just put 3MA in, it comes up. Romeo Trader. It's not me before you ask. All right. So I'm going to highlight it on the chart. If you go to your settings, you inputs, these are not the defaults. Ooh, we've got an alert on Euro USD. Right. So go to settings. These are not the defaults. These are my settings and the Hoff settings. You might want to copy those. 5, 13, 62. Take a screen grab if you want. And
5, 13 and 62.
5, 13, 62. And then you may also want to tick MA, MA3, MA2, MA3 as your cross option. So what that basically means is, please let me know when the 13 moving average, the medium term moving average, crosses over my 62 longer term moving average. Everybody got those?
Yeah.
Sorry, an idiot, but what's the indicator? 3MA cross what?
3, if I search for it again.
Sorry,
Just
I
put
missed
in
that. I
3M,
didn't.
sorry,
Just
Alison,
3MA cross.
just put 3MA and it's 3MA cross with long buy.
Yeah, I got it.
Got it, yeah. Romeo Trader. Just think of me, you'll think Romeo. Right, okay. So if I just turn off Super Trend, let's turn off straightforward. There you go. So you can see these lines now. These are my crossovers. And if I go back to the indicator, I can say, well, I want my number 2, which is my 13. Click the color. You can change the color. You can make it a thicker line. My MA3, rather than have it red, I might have that orange. That's my 62. Again, make the line thicker. So now when I get that crossover, it said long, and the price did go up a bit, right? But we actually got a short here. So now the price is most likely going down, and it's the cross of the moving averages, right, that give you a bit of help. Now, who would like to make it even more visual?
Okay.
Like here, we got a long, right? And the yellow 13 crossed over the 62. Super trend supported it. If I put on SFF, the wave supported it. And what you'll find well, I'm finding not all the time, but a lot of the time, the wave actually comes in earlier than the 1362 cross. Okay, but sometimes you get the wave and you don't get the 1362 don't even look like they're going to cross. It's another confirmation. It might mean you get out the trade, you might get in the trade a little bit later. Okay, but again, it's all depends. Do you want to win more percentage, a higher percentage win rate, or are you trying to get the maximum you can squeeze out of every single trade in terms of reward to risk? Okay, so it's just an option. It's just an option. Now, the reason why we use the 13 and the 62, there used to be an educator called Steve Gregor, and he taught the 62 moving average and why it was so good. And he also taught the 13 and the 62 crossover. In fact, Michael Martin, our sister group, they've got an indicator very similar to this, right? And they add the 1362, but we get, because you're the cool kids, we get a little bit earlier entries with what we do just with the wave, right? But it's the 13 and the 62 that give you a fantastic confirmation of the trend is probably changing, right? There's another indicator called, and if you put in 5, if you just put in number 5, I believe it comes up 513. If you type 5/13, 5/13, you'll see this one by Dallas Gregor, which is Steve's son. 5/13. Okay, so the Hoff found this moving average one, and it's the same moving averages. But if I turn this on, look, can you see why you might like that one? Colors it all in for you. So you can see now we should be in a downtrend because we've got the cross and it's changed from green background to red background. Does that make sense? If you add that one on in your settings, in your inputs, you choose what EMA cross you want, the 5 crossing the 13 or the 13 crossing the 62. And just like we changed it on the other one, I'd like the 13 and the 62, please. Again, very visual. It depends how much you want on your chart and how much extra confirmations you want.
Yeah, that was good, actually. Very good.
It's when you get the wave and that, and you've got everything else. I'm not saying nothing's 100%, but you can back test and play with it yourselves. And you tell me what you think to all of this, adding up. So you can use that 3MA and it gives you a little long or short. Tells me short there. I mean, that one's no good. Obviously, it's consolidated. Okay. But so the 3MA one that the Hoff uses is great. If you just want it, can you see, look, it's actually just coloring in the lines that the 3MA one's giving me as well. It's not doing anything extra. It's just coloring in the background. That's all.
So if you want it less, so the 3MA cross, if you want to set up an alert for it, it's best to do it on the 3MA. But the 513, you can't set you can't set an alert on it. But to make it a little bit less cluttered, if you go to the 3MA cross, you can turn off the lines, but you still got the cloud type of thing. So
okay. Well, you don't get the cloud on the 3MA, do you?
No. But if you get rid of the lines, it just looks less cluttered, and you can just see the.
Okay. So for what Hoff's saying is basically, if you go and click the settings for EMA cross, you can turn your lines off.
Top 3 here.
So you can turn those off, right? But you can still then, if you want to use that, you can add an alert on 3MA cross and you get a long or short alert.
Yeah.
If you want that as a, so I tend to do this. So I tend to be on Euro USD, add alert, when straightforward gives me a combined up or down zone alert once per bar. So I'm getting an alert when I get a down zone or an up zone. And then I'm waiting for the wave to kick in. All right. I might want to wait for the 3MA to kick in, the 1362 cross. if I want to really confirm my trades with it. Now with SFF, again, add alert on the condition that's straightforward, and you can get a combined wave up or wave down alert as well. And I use that sometimes. So in other words, I get the up or down zone alert. And if I have that once per bar and I'm on I used to joke on the 15-minute time frame, I could go and boil 5 3-minute eggs. It's plenty of time to wander over to my computer. On the 5-minute time frame, it's plenty of time to come and wander over. I can look at the trade and decide, well, actually, I'm still waiting for the wave up or the wave down to kick in, and I can set an alert on that as well if I want to, if I'm busy doing something else. So anyway, there you go. Another. I don't want to confuse people, but there's some people that have seen it are quite liking the idea of it, right? So this one, look, the way we got an up zone, we didn't get the super trend to all the way over there, and then we got the wave up on the candle after. Now this is one of those examples where maybe they're a bit far apart, but when you get this to confirm, maybe that backs those up nicely now. I've got a down zone with a super trend down, and if I have that on, I can see that when I get the wave down there, oh boy, you know, I'm already in what should be a down zone. Short position, so I would get in on the candle after that. Where would I put my stop loss? Well, it could go on the wave down, but that's way too far. That's too close, I mean. So maybe I'm going to have to put it on, should really be there on the bear, which is 37 pips, which is a bit much, isn't it? But I got 0.9 if I did put it there, not that I would, but I could have got a 0.9. Oh, I'm on the 15-minute time frame, that's why. Come down to the 2-minute time frame again. Down zone, super trend, wave down. What color is my 1362 cross? Green. So if I was to take that trade, short position, down, red, red, red. I've got the Trinity. Stop loss goes on the bear. Actually, I still would have won it. 1.4. 1 to 1.4. If I wait, short position for this, I probably don't get in till over here then. Okay. But I've got that now confirming it for me. So again, I'll get in worst case, I might get in there. Where would I put my stop loss? Now I might put it on my wave down. And down to there, I've got a 1 to 2.46. I'm getting in later, but it never hit the stop loss. Look, I'm getting in later, but I've got a better risk to reward because I've waited for that to confirm. But I don't want to clutter the charts, and the wave works brilliantly. I'm sharing it because some people seem to like it. So if you get what I'm saying is, if you get all things lining up, if you get that as an extra confirmation with the exit manager that doesn't work, you got a potential 1 to 10 there. There are a lot of traders around the world would kill for that a month. You got the potential to do it in one trade there. Red, red, okay, red, red down zone, red super trend, red wave down. I can get in there. And also I can see when that's happening, I've also got the change in my 1362. It's an extra confirmation. Pretty good. Short position, getting on the one after. Stop loss will go on the bear. Well, that's too tight. Oh, 5 actually, 5 pips, that's all right. I would actually take that, but I might do it there for safety. The previous one, 12 pips. I got 1.5% return on a $100,000 account. That's $1,500. And it took me 8 minutes. It didn't because I wasn't in it. I was talking to people about exit managers and stuff. But there's my potential. And even if I left it and the super trend changed on that candle there, I'd pick up $500, 0.5% on a 100K funded account for walking away and letting it do its thing. But if you sat with it, you might be tempted to close it when you see it flattening out. So let me just see if he's got back to me about this. The installation is one step only. Your customers will not to repeat this step. Right. Okay. Look, I'm going to ask him to do this. Okay. I have 4 or 5 ET4 on my computer. Can you show me how to select which one? Okay, so I will keep on with this, and as soon as I get an update, I'll let you know. Now I've got another call I'm meant to be on now at 2, so I've got to go. So we talked about that. We talked about the 1362 cross. And if you want to trade, GBP CAD is looking good. How are we doing? If everybody wants to take a screen grab of that.
Yeah.
What do you think I'm going to want to happen before I would consider taking that as a trade?
And the super trend.
Through that line.
Break a bit of that resistance, I think.
Yeah, it needs to
Close
come
below
down
it,
a
yeah.
bit.
Yeah. If it's
This is
struggling
looking
to get,
confusing.
yeah, if it's struggling to get past that line, why on earth would I want to get in now until it's gone through that line? One of the things you might want to do is you might want to consider sticking it on a higher time frame, like the 15-minute time frame. The higher time frame you go, the more you smooth things out. The lower time frame you go, the more volatile things are. Right? So the 15 from the 1 hour isn't bad, right? Even though the scan went to the 30-minute, I know. But if you want to wait for that to change on the 15-minute time frame, so I'll give you last little thing before I go. We talked about using the higher time frame to get out. So you get in on the 2-minute maybe, but get out on the 5 or the 15. What do you think if you look at this? If I look on the 15-minute time frame and I see that I've got the super trend change, I'm just going to go from here for quickness because I've got to go really, but I've got my super trend has changed on the 15 and I can see my 1362 cross has changed. It's all looking good, isn't it? If I then come down to the 2-minute, and find that line. Something you can all play with maybe. So I know here on the high time frame, it's changed. So on the 2-minute, blue, blue, blue. Getting on the candle after. Where would I put my stop loss? Would I put it on the wave up, 2.7 pips, or the bull candle, 5.7? What do you think?
Bull candle.
Excellent.
5.7.
Okay. I could keep checking back, couldn't I, on my 15 if I want, but I know that the 1362 cost there, I know my super trend and everything all changed there.
This is
There, I've got a potential 1 to 7.
great stuff, Paul.
Up to there, got a potential 1 to 11. Because I could keep looking, and on the 15, guess what? On this time frame, I've got a blue super trend and I'm still in a green zone. If I stay in all the way from my 2-minute entry, if I just leave it running on the exit manager on the 15, I've got a potential 1 to 25, guys. Again, who would stay in that long, leaving trades over weekends and news and stuff like that?
No.
And even where you've got the green sort of cloud narrowing as well, you've got kind of an extra confirmation that it's going to stay because you've got bull candles in some of those as well.
It's brilliant, isn't it? Now, right, I'm glad the Hoff mentioned that. Look, nowhere near the stop loss. Now, watch this. And I don't know how well this is going to work out. What does bull mean? What do these bull candles actually mean?
Golfing.
No, that bearish is.
Bear is down, bull is up.
Bull is up.
Every time you get a bull candle, you could potentially get in again. So you're going to put your stop loss on the previous bull each time. So that's my previous bull, bit far. However, got another bull. That one's higher. That sucks. I won't enter that one. I got another bull here. That one's higher. I wouldn't enter it. Sucks. This one though, got a bull. One position. Getting on the candle after. Put your candle on the previous bull. So ignore that one. Go to the previous bull. This one here. Getting on the candle after. Ignore that one. Go to the previous bull down there. That one would lose. So I'll be -1 there. Remember that. Wrong position. Get the bull. Getting on the candle after. Put that on the previous bull, which is there. I've got a potential 1 to 3. Okay, if I leave it, if you use the trade manager, you close at 1% at break even rather, don't you? But my point is, especially on the 2 minute, this is something I've got to experiment with more. But look, this is ideal. I know my overall biggest confidence. Blue, blue, blue. That's my first trade. That's the original. All right. Stop loss either on the wave up or the bull. Da-ding. Away we go. 1 to 10. I've got this beautiful green zone. I've got the beautiful super trend. I've got the wave. I've got everything telling me, Paul, do you know what? I reckon you could get
Going to the moon.
Sorry?
It's going to the moon.
I reckon you could get in again. And I've got the blue super trend and I've got the green wave. And the wave's brilliant, I mean, and I've got the 1362 cross. And do you know what? I reckon, Paul, you might be tempted to get in again. Previous bull there. It's only a 1.7 pip stop loss, so you've got to go make it at least sort of 4 or 5. I'll go to that one at 5.3. Get in again. And then, do you know what? I'm thinking, well, I've got a super trend. I know my trend on the 15-minute time frame is still up. Right? Now, I'm not saying that you're going to do this, but what I am saying is if I show you this and you can't get 1% out of this, this one, look, the nearest bull is all the way down there. But even if I do that, I've got a 1 to 2.5. And
I did this. Hi, Paul. I followed your video that you posted yesterday this morning with all the lines.
Yeah.
And I did this morning on Euro USD, and I did the first 2 live, and I chickened out after that and did the rest on demo. But it would have been
tired if you'd done it on live, yeah.
But it would have been. I made about another, probably about another 12% on demo over and above what I made live.
There's an 8.
Brilliant.
There's a 17. There's a 29, and there's a 20.
I didn't make that much.
No, but Helen, the point is it's so easy to show it on back testing, and it's so easy to show a theory, and it's so easy to say, well, this is what you could have won. When you're doing it live, it's nothing like, is it? But again, it's about managing expectations. We talk about going for 1% a lot. When I show you that, you should struggle to not make at least 1% with all the stuff that we've just talked about today. And I know some of you, it's a little bit new. But even if you take away the 1362, even if you just do the original, blue, 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 there's a winner. All of this, what I'm trying to do with this now is give you that confidence to stay in. And we've got that new super. I mean, the Super Trend Exit Manager, it will get working. That would get you out on this candle here.
Sorry, very quick, Paul. Where was the thing you put about lines? I didn't see it. Is it on the...
Helen, have you got that handy, seeing as you've been using it today? I think I put it in the group, didn't I?
I think it's in Discord as well.
Yeah, it is actually. I'll find it in a minute, Alistair. But getting out when the super trend changes colour on that candle there, right? I've got a 1 to 9, a 1 to 10, a 1 to 5, and a 1 to 1.9. And if we only need 1% a day, 2% a day, well, I don't think that's too shabby. And that's all available from today, midnight. And then, of course, this one over here, this is more recent, reasonable time. That beautiful move there. You probably would have just caught this one. And like I say, I got out and should have got a lot more. Right. And he's going to record a video for us to show us how to get it on and in every MT4. I'll give him a tip. Right. So that video. Where did I put it?
It's in Straightforward Forex. If you scroll down, it's can I send you a link? Can I put a link to it in there?
Yeah, if you could drop a link, that would be great.
Let's see if I can do that.
It's not my wife's one.
I'm glad I asked.
Does anybody want to buy a white plastic chair?
I'm sitting on one of them just now.
Oh, there you go. I don't know why my wife sent me that. I've got a chair. She's after buying a new car. If anybody's got a car, I'll let me know. Lady owner, like that's sexist, isn't it? What's that mean? Few small dents. 2.5. That's all right. Yeah, have you got the link, Helen?
I'm just trying to figure out how to make it give me a link. Sorry. It's in Straightforward Forex. If you just scroll down, it's
the timestamp, Helen.
Sorry?
The timestamp.
Oh, the timestamp. Okay. Copy link address. Okie doke. Thank you.
Yeah, Steve got it. If you put it in the chat.
Very happy to help.
Thank you, Tim. So it's in the chat if anybody wants to grab that real quick. That would be good. I'll drop it in the Facebook group again, so it's right at the top. He's sending me that video, so as soon as that video is done, I'll re-record that section so I can get you all on the exit manager. Because what I thought is it'd be nice if we could all test it. The password is test. Remind you that it is a test to do it. I don't have to stop.
Just to let you know, Paul, I came off air with you a little while ago. I've got this Supertrend playing on 8 cap demo now.
Oh, how have you done that?
Went back to the original MQL5 website.
Yeah.
Downloaded it. And for some reason, it opened up my broker. And I went into indicators and it had the Supertrend indicator in there with the dashes on it. So I just downloaded where it said market. And I just transferred it from that broker into the one I wanted. And it works. So I don't know why. It might have been just a blip we had earlier on. I don't know. No, that's it. No, not that one. The other one.
I'm wondering though. Ah,
No, if you say no, it asks you to download MT4, I think.
okay. Yes, I have MetaTrader 4, but mine just opens up whatever it finds first, which is Ava.
Yeah, so you go into file, and as if you're installing it.
Where, what, in here?
Yeah, file, open data folder.
Yeah.
MQL4.
Yeah.
Markets. No, indicators, sorry, indicators. Copy that. No, just copy
Ah,
the whole
I've
folder.
worked it out. I've worked it out. I've worked it out. Easy. Easy, easy. Easy, easy, easy. Right. So what it is obviously looking at something on my computer. And it's obviously looking at something on David's computer. And so when I'm sending my file, if David sent me his file, I bet it wouldn't work for me and vice versa. Okay. So what you need to do is install it on whatever MT4 it opens and then copy that file. That's great. I can record, I can do a video on that. It's easy. It's actually even easier doing it that way because you just copy the whole folder.
Well, you copy the whole folder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be even easier.
And then just put it into the broker that you require.
Right. I am back on Wednesday, but I'm going to be doing some videos in the group about the super exit manager, especially getting this done. We're late for a call. Any of the ninja leaders around and you've got 10 minutes, let's jump on for a quick catch up and then I'll get back to doing this. So that said, I'll see you Wednesday live, but I'll see you on video before. All right, guys.
Thanks. Appreciate you.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Cheers,
Paul.
Paul. Take care.
Thanks, Paul.